It's like targeting, and you hit the target. You want to hit the target, that's fine. If you go this way, you're not hitting the target. In training, the exercise mechanic is like that. You hit the target, otherwise you're shooting the wrong way. Hi, old schooler. This is Samir Bannout here. I'd like to welcome you to another session with my favorite company, Old School Lab. And they are making a good effort to bring in some of the unanswered questions. But from my perspective, I would like to cover some of those topics. And that's going to be asked by Old School themselves. And I hope you'll enjoy this topic. And I sincerely, I'm here to help you to the best of my ability. Enjoy.
What would you say, like beginner's advice for people trying to get serious to identify when their coach is red flags for monkey business?
I know I'd like to sound the red flag on some people, but I hate to do that. But just please, when you do something, be honest and don't help hurting us, help helping us. You could help the sport by to have a good work ethic, by teaching people the wrong thing just so you to make a $60 or $100. That's to me, that's disgusting. You know, I would tell the kids to really look into who is the proper people to help you. Someone with experience. Your coach should have at least 50, 60 time of competition in their, in their calendar, whatever. And then they have been there, done that. And I'm sure there are some guys that could help them, but not someone who competed 3 times, who got ripped and got the muscles striated, and the new kids don't understand, and they want to imitate someone who is ripped, but they're not doing the right act on stage.
Do you think the age of social media that we're in is better for coaching, or has it made it worse?
I think the social media it's good, but unfortunately we have a few liars, well, maybe more than few people that actually tell you anything. They are a smooth operator. They tell the kids what they want to hear, but that's a shame. That's the only sad part about the social media.
There was a story recently about this influencer who sold programs to a lot of people, claiming that they were going to be personalized programs, and then the people found out they weren't. What are your thoughts on that?
Disgusting. And honestly, when I work with my client, for example, I analyze what they do, I study their photo, and then I tell them what would be the proper exercise. And if they're near me, I would even improve their exercise mechanic. I go down to Gold and I see someone proclaimed to be a major coach, and I look at them and then they're doing the wrong exercises. And I look at their client and I know where their weakness, and I know they're not hitting the target. They are not hitting the target. And it's very unfortunate. I see a lot of people trying to do the bend over row. And unfortunately, and I could tell you right now, and they go like, if I can do the act, they go like this, and where the goal is to hit the lower lat in the middle of the lat. And all they did, they hit in the upper back, the upper lat. And so what I'm saying is really relevant because exercise mechanic is so important. And I don't know, maybe that's one of the reasons why I developed an overall good physique, because I felt precisely was everything I did was done with precision, and it's important.
Is the lower lat a matter of genetics, or do people not know how to hit it?
Well, some people have the lower lat, but if they don't hit that area, it's not going to grow. To be honest, it's not. I know some people may start with a nice long bicep and they start focusing and do close grip biceps. They have too much inner bicep, not enough outer head of bicep. So the workout should be actually designed for you. And I know a lot of guys, even someone I was training, they lack in the outer head of the tricep. And when they start training, they keep hitting the inner head. I mean, come on, you need to focus on the outer head. And to grow that body part, you have to target it properly and you have to allow it to recuperate. Sometimes a weak body part, you cannot overtrain it either. And so everything has to be done in proportion and allow recovery to happen. And so, it's like targeting, and you hit the target. You want to hit the target, that's fine. If you go this way, you're not hitting the target. In training, the exercise mechanic is like that. You hit the target, otherwise you're shooting the wrong way. It is.
It's not a matter of genetic insertion. It's you not hitting the target, right?
I believe if you're not hitting the target right, okay, look, if you have a short calf, that's a different topic. You're not going to make it get longer. Sometimes people will have a long calves and they keep working one area more than the other, like a year or two down the line, and you're going to see the difference. And then you causes the weakness. It's no different than someone have a strong, for example, strong legs. You have a strong legs, don't train your legs as much. Bring your calves up, for example. I'm just saying, if someone have a huge, I know this girl right now, she's got a great shoulder. And the more she's continued to do her shoulders, and what's going to happen? Then you have too much shoulders, and then that weaken the arm, right? And so, I know one of my clients I was helping, and I see him like hitting the arm, and then making his biceps much bigger, and he has a weaker part in the tricep. Continuing to hit more biceps is going to make the triceps even weaker. You could, fight the war and try your best to improve this weak area, Yes, of course, there's some genetic you can't do much about. In term, if you have bow legs, you can't do much about it. If you have a short calf, if they're short, you can make them bigger this way, but they're not going to get longer.
Let's say I genetically have high calves
Yes.
insertions. Is it very harder for me to stand out?
Unfortunately, sometimes, for example, I know somebody, but I'm not going to name them, but they had a weak calves, and they overtrained the calves. They kept training, and the calves got smaller. It got smaller. And recovery is a big part of the bodybuilding too, and he might have been able to make it bigger, but not longer. It's unfortunately certain things you cannot do much about. If you abuse the muscle quite a bit, it's not going to repair. So you kill it with high intensity, shorter duration, in my opinion. It would help a lot. Recovery is a big part of the game. And one of my clients said, well, why you started me with 4 days working out? I said, just do it, please. Just listen. He said, but could you explain? I said, explain. I said, well, since you've been on it, how you feel? He said, oh, I feel really stronger. But I said, okay, well, good. So now that answers your own question. So recovery is a big part of the game.